I'm going to share 2 ideas to increase sales results. Actually, they're 2 big ideas. 2 big ideas. So discovering any new ways to increase sales results has to be high on your list if you are serious about making sales easily and more efficiently. So my first idea, referral-based sales. It's referral. This is number 1. I'm sharing this idea because it's often more effective because it starts with trust, warmer intent, and a better fit than a standard cold selling approach. This usually means higher win rates, shorter sales cycles, and more profitable customer relationships for you. So let's unpack some of these things I've just mentioned. So you've got a much higher conversion rates. Referred leads commonly convert at several times higher the rate of cold outreach, with some studies showing referral close rates many multiples higher than cold calls or generic prospecting. This is because a trusted third party is vouching for you. The prospect starts the conversation believing you are credible rather than treating you just like any other vendor. There are shorter sales cycles. What do I mean by that? Referrals come with pre-existing trust and context, so you spend less time overcoming skepticism, less time trying to reach your target customer, and more time aligning on solutions and terms. This warm start reduces the number of touches and meetings required, meaning deals move through the pipeline faster than standard outbound deals. They're higher quality and they're better fitting leads. Existing customers tend to refer people who have similar problems, budgets, and profiles. So referral leads are more likely to match your ideal customer as opposed to chasing random outbound prospects. Fewer no decision outcomes, fewer wrong fit deals, and a pipeline made up of opportunities where your solution genuinely resonates. There's a lower acquisition cost too. Generating new opportunities via referral usually requires far less spend on ads, purchasing off lists, or heavy outbound activity than the standard prospecting approaches. This is because referrals convert at a higher rate and close faster. Your cost per acquisition and cost per dollar revenue are typically much lower. And finally, referrals encourage loyal, high-value customers. Referred customers tend to stay longer, spend more over the lifetime, and are less price sensitive because a relationship began with a strong trust signal. Those same customers are also more likely to become advocates themselves, creating a compounding stream of additional referrals that standard transactional selling rarely can produce. In the current market, finding the right fit client could take you weeks, often months. A good referral will not require the usual 8 to 15 touches a usual prospect might take before you can build any level of trust, as well as feeling confident in the seller's ability that they have an interest in them and solving their problem. So my advice is embed referrals into your sales workflows. What do I mean by that? Create specific triggers when you or your sales reps ask for referrals, such as ask after a successful onboarding or go live, if it's something like technology or something. Ask after you've had positive NPS, Net Promoter Scores, or CSATs, a strong quarterly business review perhaps with them, or you've done a case study with them. If you want to leverage referrals, standardize the asking with talk tracks, meaning figure out how you're going to ask for them, have email templates, and you could even use CRM tasks so every rep follows the same rhythm instead of relying on ad hoc asks. And you don't want to be having those conversations, oh, did I ask for a referral? Oh, gee whiz, I forgot to ask for a referral again. So I'll share with you 2 rules now about when you actually do get a referral. So these are important rules. So rule number 1 is, put that in brackets, always report back to your referrer. Report back. And what I mean by that is basically report back when you have actually made contact with the person that they referred you to, and tell them whether or not you were able to help them. Very, very important. And in my experience, if you don't do that, you're unlikely to get other referrals. So number 2 is basically find a cost-effective way to reward your referees. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this and give you some context around what I believe works in rewarding. So this could be something like a modest gift voucher that they could spend in a particular shop or buy some merchandise. Give them some of your merchandise for your company if you have any, like t-shirts, whatever it is you have. And be very mindful when offering financial rewards, because you don't want to send the wrong messages to the person they are referring. Most happy customers are happy to refer. Positive recognition and rewards encourages positive behavior, meaning repeated behavior. So that's my first idea. So my second idea is, let's just get rid of this. And this may sound like common sense, but just because it sounds like common sense, it may not be common practice. So idea number 2 of my big ideas. Existing customers cost you less than finding new customers. So as I mentioned earlier, a referred customer is much cheaper than prospecting for weeks, months, before your customer potentially buys from you. An existing customer, however, on the other hand, has already bought your product or service. The strategy here is go deeper, not wider, to find more prospects. So we're talking about existing customers, and the strategy is go deeper. So what does that actually mean? Go deeper. I want you to consider tuning back into these customers to see if they are using your product or services, and if not, inquire as to why not. You will build or rebuild more credibility by helping them use what they've already bought rather than ignoring them. If you make them happy again, they may just buy something else. Customers buy from people they know, like, and trust. The upside here is that they know you already, they like you because you have followed up with them, and they trust you because they have bought from you before. You're less likely to have to offer a discount on your offer, and you may be able to upgrade or upsell on something newer, in essence, making an additional sale. Customers should be measured by their total lifetime value. Total lifetime value. TLV. So let's say a customer has spent $2,500, $2,500 in their first year, and they spend, say, every 2 or 3 years the same amount. Over the next 9 years, that's another $7,500, excluding inflation, making them a $10,000 customer over their total lifetime value. So just because you've sold to them once doesn't mean that they won't buy from you again. So final note, existing and happy customers have a higher likelihood of referring, which takes us back to our first point. If you like this video, please like it. And if you find this information helpful, please subscribe to my channel. And the last thing I'll ask is please also share with your colleagues or friends if they're struggling in this area.